is only one perfect solution, but there are clues that will try to trick our team.
Hello there, everyone. My name is Crazy Caleb, and welcome to one of probably the funniest modules that just got recently released yesterday, Jubbly. So this is the way the module looks, and what we're going to have to do here is I'm going to give you a preface for this module. For those of you who get offended by words, even though they mean absolutely nothing, like for example, what we have here, we've got hose, we've got pussy. um, and as you can see, you already can tell what this module is going to be like. So we're going to have a field day with this one. But for those of you who are, for those of my lovable biscuits, if you do not want to watch this tutorial, you don't have to. But for those of you who are funny people, please continue watching this tutorial. And just as a preface, the flavor text for this is, I wibble you the bitchy of Ligma. So this already tells you what you're going to be getting into. So this module is based off of the module, this module is based off of the quiz show called Quizness. It's based off of trivia. And this is the first round in the actual game here, and this is called Simply Jubbly. Now, the way that this works is normally you have to give either silly answers or silly questions. I believe it's only silly questions that are going to be asked. But in this case, it takes the whole question of it and puts it into essentially a KTANE quiz. But you're going to have to do some weird stuff with it, and you're going to have to give some funky answers. So let's get right into what we need to do here. So the first things first that we want to do is you want to note down what this display is, because the display cycles through 9 words, each beginning with different letters. And we're going to note down all 9 and press the button to rotate the board and begin the quiz. So we've got Owu, we've got Zam, we've got Veiny, we've got Ugandan, we've got Pussy, we've got Irish, we've got Hose, we've got, what else do we have? Rowdy, and Testy. So it should be exactly 9. That's going to be that you're going to know that you have everything. And in this case, as we do here, we've got O, Z, V, U, P, I, H, R, and T. Okay, so let's get right into this. So the back of the board consists of a large screen and a keyboard, and when the quiz begins, a 3-minute timer will begin to tick down, and a question about a modded module will be displayed on the screen. The answer to this question can be found in the module's manual. So I'm going to have the another manual page open over here. Because essentially what this is going to do is this is going to ask a question from a specific modded manual. Now, knowing how to solve each of these modded modules that it asks about is not really important, just as long as you have an idea of of how to use the actual manual. It's pretty clear. It makes itself pretty clear what it asks you to do with regards to like finding the section that you need to do. For example, if you didn't know how European travel worked, and it asks about the destination city, say for example in UK, all you would say is UK. We scroll down here and we can see departure cities and we can see destination cities. So as we can see here, we have UK, destination cities, and say for example that what was the character of Tango? You would get Stourbridge Town in this case. That would be what it would ask for. Now, the catch with this thing. Where do these funny words come into play here? The first time a word in an answer begins with the same letter as the word in the initially displayed cycle, we're going to replace that word with the displayed word. So, this is where things get interesting. So say for example, you had, let me think here, what can I do as a good example for this? If we were to go to King's Cross St. Pancras, for example, if we were to do Subway being our answer, one of the questions I actually got from a previous example was, what is the third one on line 13? In this case, that would be King's Cross St. Pancras. What you would end up doing is you would end up saying, hey, is there anything with K? There is not. So Kings. Then we would have Cross. Is there anything with C in it? Nope. Is there anything with S? No, there isn't. So it's going to be Saint. And then is there anything with P? Yes, there is. So instead of submitting King's Cross St. Pancras, you're going to be submitting King's Cross St. Pussy. Yes, that is actually going to be the answer if that happens to pop up, which I hope it does. I really do. So, just to give you an example of how that works. Now, one important thing here is that if we take a look at the actual King's Cross St. Pancras itself, one of the things that's very important to note here is the letters are going to be in QWERTY format. There are no symbols present in the keyboard. So, in cases where the AND sign pops up, they're going to be written out as the word AND. Don't worry about that typo. It will be fixed by the time this tutorial goes up, hopefully. The AND. So the AND symbol will be written out as AND, and all of the punctuation marks are removed from the answer. So in this case, the Saint would be removing this little period right here. The apostrophe would be removed here, and just like that, you move along on your day. So, and the keyboard, the key to the left of the keyboard, which you'll see in just a moment, deletes the last character of the entry. It's an X. The key immediately to the right of the keyboard has a space. It's an underscore, and spaces can only precede letters. And the key to the far right simultaneous entry is a check mark. Very simple. Now, one important thing to note here is that the first time a word answer begins with the same letter as the word, it's going to be making sure that you point out the first time. You're not going to be replacing, for example, if we were to go into Simon Serves, for example, and it was asking about what is the blue drink. So the blue drink would be Simon's Special Mix. And let's say if we had the word sussy in our sussy as one of our words in the cycle. We're not going to be replacing this with sussy mix. It's just simply going to be sussy special mix. Okay, spell. That's the way that this works. So that's what we're going to do with that. Next up, one other thing that we need to note down. The following words do not get replaced. The, a, an, and, au, aux, of, and is. These will always stay the exact same as these words. So these will always be the exact same. You never will replace them as one of the words. That's why there's an asterisk by the first time here, and we're going to skip over them when applying word replacements. Okay. So if an entry is correct, the mod will move on to the next question, and we simply need to answer all 3 questions. There's only 3 questions that we have to answer with this mod. Fairly simple to do. And now let's get into the fun part. So let's get rid of this manual, and now we really don't need to look at that manual anymore. It's quite simple to do, so let's take a look here. We do not have sussy, we do not have kings crossing pussy as our answer here, and let's get right into this one. So, we're going to be giving a question. Okay, Skyrim. So now, which Skyrim enemy is most susceptible to Perennial's End? So in this case, this one is referring to the first enemy on the list where Perennial's End would apply here. Perennial's End, if we take a look here, is going to be a Perennial's End, is an Elven Bow. If we scroll up to the top here, enemies, if any bow is selected, all we simply need to do is we simply need to highlight this column, and we're simply going to be doing the first enemy. The first enemy being the most susceptible is going to be the Dragon Priest. Now, do we have anything that we can replace here? Dragon does not have anything to replace here, so we can just simply type in Dragon here. Now, P happens to have pussy, so we're going to be typing in our answer of Dragon Pussy. I shit you not, that is the answer. And this is exactly what I mean by this module is a hell of an experience to play around with. So let's hit the check mark. Okay, which Westeros phrase is the motto of House Frey? So Westeros. So we're going to go over to the house name, and we're going to find Frey. Frey is right here. And we're going to find the motto, in this case, or the words. So in this case, it's going to be we stand together. So we does not have any, there's nothing for whiskey, so it's going to be we. What about S? S is going to be stand. Yeah, as far as I'm seeing, nothing there changes. And together becomes test. We stand a test. Simple as that. Sometimes they're not funny. Sometimes they are. This one is not one of the funny ones. We stand a test. I believe it was testy, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it should be testy. Okay, we're good. Okay. Which maintenance job costs 320 pounds? So maintenance, if we can spell it right. Maintenance, if we go down here, let's find it. So potential jobs here, which one costs 320? This is going to be 4 tires. So Foxtrot does not have anything, and tires has testy. So it's going to be 4 and then testy, 4 testy. And since this is the third question, this is going to be the last one. We're going to hit check, and just like that, is a solid module. So that's what we're going to be doing with this module. So let's take a look and let's see what other ones we get here, because there is plenty of good words that you can use here. So we've got fussy, we've got incy, we've got mancy, Nancy, obese, jerk, what else? Wincy, wow, Jesus, diggity, vor, great word as always. Okay. We have all 9 of our words here. Bravo, India, Mike, November, Oscar, Juliet, Whiskey, Delta, and Victor. Let's hit the submit button here. And let's get the quiz going. Okay, Simon Serves. Which item is pink? Is the pink appetizer? So we've got drinks. We have appetizers here. So pink is going to be the Boolean waffles. It's going to be Bussy Wincy for our answer then. Bussy for the Boolean. Wincy for the waffles. That's good. European travel. Okay, here we go. Euro travel. So which European travel city is the UK in the UK? In this case, the UK. Departure cities. We're going to be looking at this section here, UK. So which departure city is going to be with serial number character of Quebec? In this case, that's going to be Watford Junction. So that's going to be Wincy Jerk. Wincy Jerk is going to be your answer. Wincy for the whiskey, Juliet for the jerk. So that the junction for the jerk. So it's going to be Wincy Jerk. Okay. Which object shows? Okay, so object shows. So which object shows contest is battle type, in this case battle right here, and water style. Okay, so it's going to be a water balloon fight. So it's going to be a Wincy, Bussy, and it's going to be fight. Wincy, Bussy fight. I'm sure there's no foxtrots. Yeah, fight. Just like that is a solved module. Let's head on over to our last example here. We've got oof, we've got kink, we've got yowza, we've got ugly, we've got meaty, eggy, kink, yowza, tiddly, honkers, meaty, plump. That should be it. Yowza, tiddly, honkers, ugly, meaty, plump, eggy, oof, kink. Okay, we're good. Alright, so that ends the quiz. Hold-ups. Okay, so hold-ups. And just so you can see, there's a lot of different questions that this module can ask about. So which hold-ups move is the last listed electric move? So electricity right here. The last listed move is going to be Wild Thunder. So that is going to be Whiskey. We do not have any of that, so it's going to be Wild. Do we have anything for Tangle? Wild Tiddly. Okay. Which assembly code function is carried out by HILT? Or HLT, rather. Assembly code. So HLT. Which assembly code function? It's going to be enter halt state. It's going to be Aggie. Aggie. Do you have anything for hotel? Honkers. Aggie honkers. And then Sierra. We do not have anything for Sierra, so that's just going to be state. Okay. And then which listening sound code has asterisk, asterisk, hash, hash, hash? So listening. Asterisk, 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 hash, hash, hash. This is police radio scanners. So this is going to be plump. Plump radio scanner. Plump radio scanner. It appears that the best one that we got was actually the first one. But nonetheless, the module has been solved. So obviously this module has a lot of different opportunities to be funny. In this case, the best one that we got was we got the dragon pussy, but otherwise that is the way that this module works. So have fun with this, you guys. As always, stay crazy, stay cool, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.